Hello, hello. I mean, it's not sunny outside. It's pretty cloudy, but it's not raining, which means, of course, there's children outside screaming. I didn't have a headache until I came up into this room. How's everybody doing? Here we are again for another Patreon stream. Nobody's saying anything, so I'm wondering if... Did he start talking before I started the stream? Okay, so YouTube's done the thing that it always does, where you press start stream, and then YouTube takes, like, you know, ages, like, what, 30 seconds or so to realise that I've actually started. So... Great start. What I was saying was about the kids outside. It's not sunny. It's quite overcast. There's cloud coverage. It's not particularly warm. But because it's not quite raining, of course there's children screaming outside. I also said that I didn't have a headache until I came into this room and started hearing it. Started at how's everybody doing? Bloody hell, I was speaking for ages before that. Oh yeah, description of the stream. It's outdated. So what? I mean, it's the Patreon stream. It disappears instantly anyway. You all know what the score is. There's no need to have an up-to-date description for the Patreon stream. Every Patreon stream we've done so far has always just been whatever the previous content creator stream description was. So... You've only noticed it this week, but you didn't notice it the last, like, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, months, I should say, whatever it is. Are you starting to develop hate for children? Just a little bit. I thought you had fixed the noisy kids issue when you bought it. No, but... You know, getting closer. Are you starting a meat pie bakery? So, this is a different time to normal. Normally I do these Patreon streams, which, although they're Patreon streams, they're open to Twitch subscribers, YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and eventually, when we get it sorted out, regulars as well, to watch. Patreon supporters can then get in the voice chat for the time. But I normally do these on Saturdays, the Saturday of the podcast. But because the podcast didn't happen yesterday, I figured I would do it now instead, so that I could have yesterday evening to kind of take a break. So yeah, we're going to be going until, say, 17:55, 5 to 6, and then I'll stop, switch over to, you know, GTA and all that kind of stuff, and then continue and actually start the GTA stream. First Patreon stream. Welcome anybody. I imagine we normally get around 20 to 30 viewers for these streams. More people watch it on Random Bits afterwards when it gets uploaded. Hello, everybody on Random Bits. Why aren't you here live? Yeah, it's normally a pretty chilled out affair. I normally put the chat on the game as well. Let's see who's in the Patreon supporters chat. C. Wilson is. C. Wilson. You're the only person who actually wants to talk to me this month.
Change.
What?
It's been a while.
It has been a while. You haven't been around for a while. Been busy doing life things, I guess.
Work. I've been working.
See, the kids are bloody outside. I need to have the window open because it's so hot in this room. Should we just have a stream where none of us talk and we just listen to whatever the kids are shouting about?
Probably having more fun than me will be. Though.
They're probably having more fun than me, that's true. Oh, man. Does anybody want to play Crash with us, by the way? Well, with me. I don't know whether anybody... Are you playing Crash?
I've not got the game, no.
You've not got the game? No, maybe no one has the game. Maybe I'll just be playing on my own. It's a bit...
Report. That's my role today.
It was loud.
The good thing about this being on a Sunday rather than a Saturday, we can talk about what happened about an hour ago. Although it could be spoilers for people.
That could be spoilers. Does anybody want us to shut up about spoilers? That's the question. About the F1. Has anyone not seen the F1? Speak up now. Need some anti-children equipment, sprinklers on the yard and some speakers that generate high-pitched noise that adults can't hear. That sounds like a good idea. It would take more than an hour to cover it, that's true. Is anyone... Speak up in the chat as well if you're you know, wanting to play. Otherwise, I'll just continue the single player with Crash, just as something to play whilst we're doing something. But if anyone wants to do some online play... Speak up now. Veto with the Broughy special, I know. The Broughy special, the
comeback.
Yeah, well, the comeback that wasn't really a comeback. Not allowed to call that a comeback.
YouTube will still have.
Say again?
YouTube comments would still.
Oh yeah. They would if I tell you what, if Formula One put up a video now about like something like Vettel's comeback or something, I expect to see all sorts of comeback comments about this isn't really a comeback.
and if you didn't see them, you'd be putting them.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to be putting them in. Yeah. Darius, was that a hello wave or was that a wave that you want to play Crash? I'm just assuming it was a hello wave. Saw a 50-minute run of this on PS. Was it what, like 50 minutes to get through the entire game? It's pretty damn impressive. Yeah, if any Patreon supporters of the $5 level or more want to jump in with the chat here, feel free. It's on Discord, Patreon supporters chat. Yeah, let's play some Crash whilst we're talking Formula One, I guess.
Yeah.
Since by the time this gets uploaded to random bits, everyone will know what happens at that point.
It's just the 29 people here.
It's just the 29 people here. If you don't want it spoiled, you've missed your chance to speak up now. I gave you the opportunity.
And why weren't you watching it is a better question.
That is a better... Well,
last few races have been good, but...
Pay TV, you know, if people don't have Sky and all that stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where am I going? Here. No, I've already done...
The highlights of the race will be up probably on the F1 YouTube page soon enough.
Yeah, that's true.
They're normally quite good with that. They're normally up.
Yeah, ever since Liberty took over the... Oh, this is where, okay. The YouTube channel and the social media and stuff has gotten a lot better.
A fair few highlights for this race. So,
yeah, bloody hell, what a race.
That's possibly one of the best races I've watched. Just for the entertainment point of view.
Yeah, it really was. I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
It was, I think that's been the best race for years. In terms of action and entertainment. Like, I don't think anything is going to beat Canada 2011 for me.
No. Yeah, that was something. That was something.
Face.
Canada 2011 was one of these races that had pretty much everything. I don't think there wasn't much. Canadian race didn't have.
Yeah, it had everything.
This race was to be honest with you, the first sort of few laps, it looked as if it was just going to be another Mercedes 1-2 fest. Because Hamilton just streaked away. And
Yeah, he was driving well.
Yeah.
Like, but
And then
it just all kicked off. I mean, it was already
Yeah.
kicking off, like the first part of the race, it was kicking off behind,
Yeah.
and then it just happened to be that it kicked off in front as well.
Yeah.
Poor Stroll, though. First time
Yeah,
he leads a
Stroll
race and never gets, no one sees it.
Yeah. I struggled with how that happened, because with 1 minute he was last, and the next he was leading. I thought, right, how's he done that? Because I think I must have either must have left the room at that stage, because
Well, we never even saw it. He just pitted for
appeared.
slicks before everybody else, and then next thing you know, everyone else is coming in, and then he's in the lead. He didn't say. I mean, he was never going to stay in the lead that long though. But Verstappen was too quick. But yeah, good result. Is it the second Canadian ever to lead a race? No, that's not true.
No, he's Jacques Villeneuve was the last one.
Yeah. Not the second Canadian ever. I mean, if you think of Jacques Villeneuve, wait. Yeah, because then you've got his dad.
Yeah.
Obviously led many races. So there's at least another Canadian in there.
It's another two. Yeah. The one driver I feel quite sorry for, but at the same time it was his own fault with Hulkenberg. It's almost as if he's never going to get a podium.
I don't think he ever will. I think that's it. Hulkenberg.
That was his best chance. If he didn't run out of talent, then I think that would have been that should have been it.
Yeah, I think he would have finished third instead of Kvyat.
Yeah. Because he'd gone for, after Hamilton made his error, which it was when it was Charles III's accident. I think that's what kicked off everything else.
Yeah.
That was when the rain came down and Verstappen spun, I think, was the first thing that happened. Then the flare went off, and then Hamilton followed it shortly after. Hamilton, the race with Hamilton, I saw that he went from driving at his prime in the first sort of few laps of the race, first 20 laps or whatever it was, to then possibly what would be his worst second half of the race.
Yeah, it was
after
race
that
of two halves.
After that accident, it was absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
And Bottas as well. That's the thing with Bottas, he can't compete with Hamilton, because when Hamilton has a bad week, Bottas isn't out leading the race when he sort of, that's not should be, because I think overall the Red Bulls Verstappen had the most pace. But Bottas never takes advantage of Hamilton's errors, which are few and far between at best.
No, that's the thing. Hamilton is such a good driver. Like, if anyone's ever having a bad day, he's always there. Hamilton's like that classic. When you think of tennis players or people in sport where they can win matches even when they're playing badly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Hamilton is that. He can win races even when he's not having a good day.
Yeah.
But Bottas just isn't good enough. A lot of drivers aren't good enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
That's what the pundits all say with Bottas is on his day he can match Hamilton, but his day doesn't. His day hardly ever comes. Like never. You don't know what Bottas will turn up at the start of a weekend.
Nah.
Whether it be the one where he was, for example, Australia this year, I think it was, that he had Hamilton in every single session, and everyone thought, at the start, could this be his year? But then, just falls apart. But yeah.
Yeah, well, it was a good race. It was entertaining. This wasn't a good race for me. Mixed fortunes for Ferrari. Yeah, I guess that's true. Who, Kiwi? Who? Oh, Dorogen. I think it's fair enough, Kiwi. I'm sure it's probably fair enough, whatever happened. Yeah, it takes me a while to remember how to play this game again. I need to... It'll happen. When was... Wreckfest was the podcast stream, wasn't it?
But that was a good stream. That was great.
Yeah. We'll have to play Wreckfest on one of these Patreon streams as well at some point. Maybe next week we can do Wreckfest.
Yeah. So, you'll probably noticed I'm sort of back in the community a wee bit more than I was for a few months because work. I got a job working in a local hotel, so I was working on the bar, which is okay. But the hours, just hospitality hours are horrendous. The best of times.
You mean in terms of like the amount of hours or the actual hours that you had to do?
A bit of both.
Okay.
Because I was working on the bar, and there was two barmen, me and another guy, and the other guy was a rugby player, and he tore his ACL. So playing rugby, so he was on crutches. So if you're on crutches, you can't really work.
Yeah.
Walking about on a bar, standing behind the bar. So he was off for a good month and a half. So during that time, I was left with the bar myself, basically. So I basically got only Mondays and Tuesdays off, and I was in the rest of the week. And because I was the only barman, so they basically put a less experienced person who could pour a pint or whatever, or make the gin and tonic, but I was left all the Saturdays, the Friday and Saturday nights, which wasn't ideal. So I think the only streams I could only really get to was the Saturday morning ones. And most of the time I had to leave about 2 anyway, because I started at 3 and then worked till 1 or whatever time to finish.
No! Aww. Yeah, it's I mean, it's life, isn't it? Working and stuff. People get jobs and the chance to watch streams and play games and all that. It all goes. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, if you actually just take the number of hours that you've got in a week, it's like 168, I think.
Yeah.
And then you just whittle it down, like, okay, 40 hours working, however many hours sleeping at 7 hours a night or whatever you want to do. Then 2-3 hours a day for eating. How much time do you actually get in life to do whatever you actually want? It's not much when when you've got a job and everything. If anyone is younger, doesn't have a job, it's school or whatever, enjoy it while you can. I remember playing Gears of War every single night with Tony and Dracov. It was always great. Can't do that anymore. Oh no.
Good things like that. You came in from school. You didn't even get changed or anything from your school uniform, and you just went on. Back then, for me, it was the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Jump on because GTA. I was sort of mid level high school, sort of end of high school when GTA came out on the 360. So that was kind of sort of in its prime of enjoyment. So you just jump on that and you'd spend the rest of the night on that and just messing about really.
Yeah.
You go on my old plans and then that would be you, and then also the same for me, like FIFA and stuff like that. Because I was the only person sort of my friend group that enjoyed racing games, so which was quite handy for GTA, because if you're fire up a race. So,
I always enjoyed GTA 4 for races. It always seemed decently populated. God damn it, second for life. I had such a chance there. People that get jobs and then get fired, like me. Oh, I'm sorry, but what is that recent or what? Yeah, jobs are the ruination of life, I guess, but it's the only way you can live.
That's
3 weeks ago. Oh, I'm sorry, Peter.
It's trying to find a job that you enjoy. Because I'm 20 now, so I've done, considering how old I am, I've done quite a few jobs. I've done about 6 or 7 so far, which for some people might not be. I've done everything from sort of car valeting to working down the bar, and then I'm working in a sort of ball sort of shooting stuff like that. So I'm still trying to do something I enjoy. That's the hardest part.
That's the trick. Yeah.
If you find something you enjoy, then it's not so bad.
I imagine not everybody has the luxury of doing something they enjoy, though, job-wise. I'm struggling. I needed to do it on that last race. Oh, really? Oh, and then I'm off. Went straight through the bloody boxes. I forgot how infuriating this game was. I shouldn't have done it on this stream. I'm going to be infuriated for the start of GTA and starting a GTA. Oh my god! Oh please, you've got to be... Starting a GTA stream not in a good mood is not a good idea. We're going to do rain races tonight.
What platform is it?
PS4.
Oh, I managed to. I won the tracks that you got in the wheel spin. I got that, which was quite cool. Because I'm probably one of the only few people in GTA that has literally no money, even though I play it quite well.
Oh yeah. Did you do the glitch thing for more spins?
I didn't have to. I got quite lucky.
Alright, okay.
I'll be doing that in the future though, I think.
I just want the Lost Slam van.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never going to win it because the chances of winning it are absolutely minuscule, but I want it still. Rain races will promote clean racing. Yes, absolutely. I think they're going to be the cleanest races we've ever had on stream tonight.
Slow car rain races might be well.
Yeah, we'll start slow. I think it's going to rain as well, like an hour into the stream in free roam. So the opportunity will be there to, you know, have a changeable conditions race as well.
I recommend some front wheel drive action.
Front wheel drive action. You're a nut for front wheel drive.
I do like that. I do like that.
I admire your optimism. Surfer. Thing is, if you go too slow with cars, then a rain race doesn't really mean anything. Like if you do a surfer race in the rain, then it's just like a surfer race in the dry.
We should absolutely. If better says compact races, we should absolutely do Briossos in the rain. How clean that'll be.
Briossos in the rain. I mean, the best chance of it being the only chance of it being clean is if, like, because they're so small, when people go out of control, people will miss each other, taking each other out. See you later, Jordan. Thanks for dropping in. Maybe we can start we'll start with a slow class like compacts. Maybe not the Brioso though. Like a blister race or something. Blister's pretty easy to drive. And then we'll gradually go quicker and quicker Saving a muscle car race for last. Why did he get more of a boost there all the time? Oh, he took it off me. Yeah, we haven't done a prairie race for a while, actually, I suppose. Maybe we can do a prairie race. This whole stream is just going to be me trying to get this one race victory. I'm pretty sure. Oh, for... It's not going to happen. Does this mean Crash Team Racing is harder than GTA? Well, it's more frustrating. I wouldn't necessarily say it was more difficult in terms of mechanics. It's just, it always takes me so long to get used to it. Every time I play a game, because I never played.
One of these games, even with the original, I never played.
Yeah, I never played the original either. Well, I never had a PlayStation 1, so... N64 guy. No! Get it off! Get it off! Oh. Alright, this is close. Give me something good. Give me the Ooga Booga guy. A rocket. Okay, fine. Oh no! Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, he's made a mistake. Back on. Oh, I tell you what, no! No! Come on! No! You scumbag! A tenth of a second! Ah! Oh. God damn it. I hate this game. I can't.
This is going to set up GTA off for rain races especially.
No. I'm already salty, that's it. What's everybody's favourite car that they're looking for from the drip feed? Everybody in the chat and everybody in the voice chat, which is you.
Just me. What am I looking for? I think the gauntlet.
Just switch to Minecraft, yeah, okay. Which gauntlet?
Is it the Hellhound?
The
Hellhound
modern one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Lots of people looking forward to the Neo. I don't understand why. It's like, it doesn't do it for me, like, at all.
I can't remember what it's called. The one that looks like a jag.
Yeah, that's the Neo.
Is it the Neo? Is it the...
Oh, the 4-door sports car.
Yeah, the 4-door.
The Jugular.
I quite like looking at that.
Yeah, that's an ocelot, so at least it... The Volvo... I suppose the Volvo is, you know, cool to the people who like that sort of thing, but... It's also $800,000, I think it was. Like, where do they get off with these kind of prices? Even the bloody taxi, the Dynasty, is what, 450 grand. It's just insane.
Come on, the day spend 350 grand to get you a couple of good sports cars. And
Yeah. And yet, I always just compare everything to a Forza. You get a Forza for like 100 grand.
Fellas in a 9F.
Yeah, all the classic sports cars.
Yeah.
Remember when top supercars used to be 800,000? Now a Volvo is 800,000.
Well, as you probably know, me and Ham are seeing it with
Yeah, they don't do anything for me. I'm
Trees
not.
Fault. The only reason that I am because that's I bought my first car and my first car ever owned.
Oh, okay.
And it's a C30. That's what I got. So, I got it down near Newcastle. I saw an auto trader. Because it's in sort of the Polestar blue, and it's sort of quite light, sort of it's like the ultra blue sort of GTA. So
How much was it?
6.5.
Okay.
It's a 2 litre diesel. So as a 20-year-old, I thought, oh my god, this insurance is ridiculous. As it turns out, because I don't think a lot of 20-year-olds drive Volvos, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Right. It's for a young driver, it's not too bad. It's 800, which for most people is quite. For anyone from sort of 25, it's still a lot of money. But I was looking at courses, it's like 1.2 courses, 1.6 Fiestas and stuff like that, and they were all 1200. So.
Yeah. Bollocks! Oh, that wasn't going to win anyway.
Down in Newcastle.
Down in Newcastle, someone's very northern. Yeah, that's true. You can make more money now, like, than you could originally when the game first came out, but there's also a lot more stuff to buy now, and I would say that the increase in prices for things to buy hasn't. It's increased more than the increase of ways of money that you can make, I would say.
You need more money to be not so much competitive, but if you wanted the fastest car of each class, you need considerably more than what you needed.
I still think that like 1.5 million, 2 million absolute maximum should be the cost for supercars. Sports cars should be 1 to 500,000, because it's not just the fact that. Thank you for that noise outside. Like, it's not just the fact that everything is more expensive, there's also more stuff to buy. It's like, yeah, you could have, it's not only, there's 22 cars in this DLC that you can buy.
But you can
Back in the early days, DLCs used to have 3 or 4 cars, and they were less expensive. Like, increase one thing, the amount of stuff to buy, or how expensive things are. Don't increase both.
And you now have, you can't buy such a car until you have a warehouse or that.
Yeah, then there's all the, that's not to mention all the weaponized vehicles that are way more expensive, and you need to get stuff for them and stuff, yeah.
In my age, GTA went. And this feels like the podcast. The GTA lost its raw GTA-ness. So
Yeah.
when they introduced flying people.
Yeah.
And that was the in my eyes sort of not beginning to the end, not beginning to the end, but they have sort of pulled it back. It's with the casino that PLC has.
Evening.
Oh,
Evening. Who are we talking to? Who was that?
Well,
Someone said evening and then shut up.
Donut.
Yep. Donut. Tony.
Oh, there you go. Hello. It's a secret. It was a ghost. Evening. No shit, he's live. I'm pretty sure he knew I was live. That's the whole point. Alright, come on. Last lap. We're close. Third place. We're in a good position. This is going to be it. This is going to be the one.
I'm just waiting for the...
You can hear me alright?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the Ooga, but oh no! No!
There it is. And there it is.
And that voice for real.
I'm so frustrated. I hate this game.
You've done a Hamilton there, bro. You've had a great start to the race, and now you're out of the points.
I was so close as well to the victory. God damn it. Having about as much fun as Mercedes had today. Yeah.
I think at the rate this the crash team racing is going to win a ball, not for too much longer.
It's testing the mic, so hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
quitting YouTube in 15 minutes to move over to GTA. So I've got 15 minutes
Got you
to.
guys.
This whole stream has just been one race, trying to win one race.
You can see me now because I've got my mic set up to Xbox and stuff. I'm actually holding a mic in front of me like a TV presenter while listening to Xbox headphones. So multitasking here.
Okay.
Interesting set.
Yeah, that's one of the more convoluted setups that I've heard about.
Not the ideal setup. I packed away my PC headphones away, so I didn't realise the patron stream was today, so I had to quickly improvise.
Ah, it's all good. Bob Barker style.
This is good old style. So
Yeah.
thought I'd join the last 15 minutes, see how it's going.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ever more frustrated, which is always a good thing to do before a Sunday GTA stream of rain racing.
That's going to be interesting, watching that, picking up tips again. I'm actually starting to win races now, so I'm actually starting to
Good.
improve. To the next race, so I'm pretty normal.
Let's just put it this way, Kiwi. I don't think Mercedes will be running a special delivery for the 150, considering how their special delivery ended up today.
It's an amazing race today, actually. It's one of the best of the season. Really happy for the smaller guys doing really well as well. The smaller teams.
Yeah, thank you. I have to see Kiwi on the podium. I thought that was
Yeah. I could see Vettel if there was another 2 or 3 laps, Vettel could have overtaken Verstappen the pace he's going.
I don't think so. It looked like he caught up and then Verstappen pulled out 3 seconds on the final lap. So I don't think he would have had
Fastest
him.
lap probably, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Vettel made a mistake as well, I think. But I think Verstappen had the pace.
8 cars spun out on that corner. Was it 4
Yeah,
or 5?
that corner made it really interesting. You need like a death corner on every track.
Yeah, 'cause the commentators were calling it the ice rink.
Yeah. So much tarmac there from the dragsters. Just becomes like an ice rink. So there's so much rubber, I should say.
It was probably one of the best races for a long time, and it's sad to see that Hockenheim, probably the final time we see the German Grand Prix. So,
I don't think so.
What
I
I've
think it'll still.
what I've found interesting though is that the last sort of 3 races have all been pretty good. We've had from Austria, they've all been good. So Austria, Britain, today, they've all been good.
Yeah.
What's official about those races is you make a mistake, you're in the gravel or on the grass, or whereas tracks like Russia, where it's just if you make a mistake, you can just go onto the.
When you think how boring the
tarmac.
French Grand Prix was as well, and that's
French
just
Grand Prix is another example. Yeah.
all open everywhere.
That's just so.
One needed exciting Grand Prix, so because it was dying, basically
It
people
needs-
being put off.
This is
Yes!
if
Get wrecked!
Well then,
it's only taking you 45 minutes, bro.
It's only taken 45 minutes to get one race
how many
victory.
races have you had?
This is the only race I've done. I've just been trying to.
It hasn't taken 45 minutes though.
It's taken me 45 minutes to win this race.
Oh, you keep trying it.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Oh,
I think that's it. We're done. We're done with Crash Team Racing. We'll just chill for the rest of the stream. I can't bear to do another race.
like one of those old-fashioned Minardi drivers who just keep trying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got there in the end. We'll just leave it for now and pick it up on a different stream. Next Patreon stream, I'll do the next race. And maybe in December, I'll complete the game.
This time I don't come to the last 15 minutes. I only just found out you're on because my phone just went. I thought, crap, it's Patreon today.
Broughy doing a Rosberg, win it and then retire. That's it.
Oh.
That's exactly right.
Done.
His dad driving.
You win a trophy. Thank you very much, game. And now I shall turn you off. We're done here.
One question then, Broughy, because you're an expert. How long have you been driving cars now? 6 years or so, or GTA cars? I mean, and I've been driving 6 months. How do you know which car drives this way and that way? Because every time I try a new car, I almost guarantee I'll spin or oversteer. But when you drive, when I see you on streams, you drive virtually with no problems, if that makes any sense. You have the odd crash. Everyone does that, or people crash into you. But when I drive a new car, I can't handle it very well. So I can't.
Are you talking like new cars specifically? Like the learning curve of a new car?
Any cars, because you've been driving for such a long time GTA, not making that sound awful, but all your years experience and my 6 months. How, when you drive a car, how do you know how to handle it around the circuit? Well, if you see me driving on my streams, I'm either oversteering or understeering or, oh crap, there's a corner coming up. I'll brake hard, and I suppose it's just learning, isn't it?
I mean, it's just racing. Like the whole idea of breaking points and racing lines and all that kind of stuff. Once you've pretty much got it nailed down, how to drive any car, like a car, it generally translates to any car. You just sometimes have to brake a bit more with one car. You have to go a bit slower around a corner with another car. You know, and it's just the same principles, just applied to different car.
Watching your streams, because obviously they're very good streams and we all enjoy it. So well done from everyone. I'm not a spokesman here, but I'm sure everyone's feeling the same, that they're great streams, and especially G-Threads and stuff like that. But I'm also looking at streams and learning how you take corners well and not what not to do. And what I do,
a lot of people tend to think that every car can do the things that other cars can do. Like you're driving a Wagner for a week, and then you come into a stream race, and it's in a Ruiner or a Vigero or something, and people will drive as if they were in a Wagner. They'll brake at the same point when they need to be braking earlier. They'll try to take the same corner speed when they need to be slowing down a lot more. You know, it's generally I mean, you see me at the start of stream races. I'm super slow. I pick my way through everybody and then gradually build up speed during the course of
I'm
the
starting
first
to learn
lap.
that now. Finish back of the grid. Well, start back of the grid on the race. I always don't start very fast. I just let all the guys make a mistake, and then that's how I won a race.
Yeah, that's all you need to do a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about. I mean, especially if you're in a new car, you just take it easy on the first lap. You brake much earlier. If you don't know the car as well, you brake much earlier than you think you need to. You go a bit slower on the corners, and then the first corner, then the next corner you brake a little bit later, then the next corner you brake a little bit later, and then to the point where you go a bit too wide. But because you're incrementally braking later, you don't suddenly think that you're in a Wagner and brake way too late and crash 3 people out or whatever. But a lot of people don't do that. They just think they can do everything in any car.
Are you just describing the BTCC, bruv? Or
am I interested in the BTCC?
I said, are you just describing it? That's what it sounds like.
Oh, just describing the BTCC, like 30 driver takeouts in one corner.
What's your advice then if you're starting a race but you end up at the start of the grid, not behind the grid? You know people are going to go for you. They normally try to take you out in the first corner and take themselves out.
If you're on about like a random GTA race.
That's what I'm training on at the moment.
Try to anticipate to a certain level what like you can there's 2 ways to do it. You can kind of like anticipate what someone's going to do. So if you're on one side of the track, you can, as you're coming into a corner, you're about to slow down, you think they're going to go straight fire, you can just sort of dink to the other side where they're not expecting, and they'll just, go off into thin air.
Yeah.
Or you can take too much speed into the first corner intentionally with the intention to brake much later. It's not going to be the quickest way around the corner, but nobody else, if people behind you follow you with the same speed into the corner, they'll crash. It's a bit of a tricky one to do that. You kind of need experience with a car and a track to be able to do that, but you can kind of like juke people into following you in order to try and hit you, but they're never going to be able to hit you because the corner will end before they even have a chance. You're taking too much speed in, so you're braking more than you otherwise would, and you manage to, stay on the inside of the corner, whereas everyone else, they'll just go wide.
Because obviously you can't compare random GTA driving to your streams, because your streams are most of the time races are okay. Yeah, but you get some races, but most races you don't see everyone charging, crashing into everyone else. On the GTA randoms, I think the whole purpose is people crashing into you.
Yeah, people intentionally try to take you out in a random race. They don't in stream races. They just run out of talent, I guess.
One of the most useful commands I found out when I was actually driving, everyone's going to laugh, but again, forgive me, I'm a newbie at GTA racing, is the back button. I didn't realize there was a back button until someone told me, have you ever used the back button? Was there one?
Yeah, and I bet they were saying that like sarcastically. There's a back button, right? And you're like, oh, well, actually.
Yeah, they were stunned. I didn't know what a back button was. And so I thought, no, if you press this on, it's a back button. I thought, and it's so useful now, especially as a back marker. I can see people coming up to me, and I just, try to get out of the way.
As a back marker, looking behind to actually let people through is a vital skill that a lot of people don't do if they're at the back.
I've been called a very good back marker because I've had so much practice being a back marker. To change that now. I'm trying to be a bit more serious. I'm more mid-table than back marker nowadays, but one day I'll show you guys my driving.
Yeah, one day we'll see you up at the front. Everybody starts somewhere.
Me at the front. We're in dream world there.
I'm still starting.
I'm actually very good at motorcycling racing, but we don't seem to do that too often. So
nah, forget bikes.
You've got a 100% record this year in bike races, bro.
No, not anymore.
You know you lost it.
No, I lost it.
Ah,
And then I think it was like the third race or something. We did a second race. I managed to win that, I think, from what I can remember. But then we did a
That's
third
the
one,
last
and
one,
it didn't last. So
keep up the good work, mate. We all appreciate it. And yes, you definitely needed a break. We could all see that. So it's good to see you smiling, paying gears and everything. But
thank you. I
So-
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll head out of this chat to end the stream now because I'll have to get started with GTA. But thank you guys for joining me.
See
yeah,
you
I am
later.
a nice guy most times.
All right, see you guys later.
Right.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye. And that'll do us for the stream, I guess. I mean, I've started GTA. You know, we're getting up there. A crew session has been created. I think it was a crew session that I made. It should have been. So people can feel free to join. But I'm gonna go spend 5 minutes sorting out the stream and then come back. For the Twitch stream. So thank you guys for joining me for the this little Patreon stream. If you watched it on Random Bits, thank you for joining us on Random Bits. Am I in a crew session? Yeah, I am. Crew session. So yeah, thank you to the 20 or 30 of you who came in, and I'll do it all again next month. I think Wreckfest is a good idea for next month. I like that idea. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in a few minutes on Twitch. Bye bye.